What is up, everyone? JD here. I hope you're all doing well today. Today I'm excited to bring you my favorite carries from the week. Do this every Monday. I run through the knives that I picked up from the previous week. Whatever spoke to me on that day, I grabbed it, did my usual jam, posted stuff up on Instagram for my carry of the day, Pocket Dump. Definitely go over there and check it out if you haven't. It's a lot of fun. It keeps growing. I keep finding more people keep finding me, and it's just really always interesting to see what type of gear they've got. Having said that, let's go ahead and jump into what was in my pocket each day this week and why. On Monday, I carried a Mike Carter Monday theme with my KIZER Sheepdog. This one is actually on sale right now at Blade HQ with their anniversary sale for $60. Kind of makes me sick to my stomach because I definitely grabbed it when it first came out. If you've been looking at this and you want one, go and grab it because that is a steal of a deal. Steal of a deal? Wait, did I just do a Nick Sabaz thing? Oh my god. Anyway, I love Nick Sabaz. I just hate when like something comes out and I'm not mimicking. I just hate that it sounds like I possibly am. Damn. Anyway, I love this. It is so comfortable in hand, really fantastic ergonomics. Definitely go over there and grab one of these if you're interested in that sale. I just love this knife so much. The ergonomics are so nice. It is super comfortable to use in hand for long periods of time, just to hang on to. And even with my larger hands, this flat spot where the fuller used to be, that's not there anymore. Just really nice to choke up. Look how close up you are on all that usable edge, and definitely really nice. I'm enjoying the 10V, even though I had to go back over and just touch it up a little bit more. My greasy hands touching all over the blade again. This is the one, if you're interested, I will link it right now in the top right hand corner, that I did the stone wash and forced patina on. And I really like it. Definitely did a good job on the edges, and you can see a little bit of the stone pelting in there, but I'm actually debating on running it back through because I picked up the mini, and it definitely showed me that I could probably go a little bit further. I was scared to take too much of the coating off, but surprisingly, this coating has held up really well. And I love the way that the mineral oil has really forced that patina, and it looks like it kind of just changes in the lighting depending on when you're catching the direction of it. Just really love this knife. I think it's definitely my favorite KIZER, and that's not saying a lot. I've handled a handful of them. But that's what was in my pocket on Monday. How do I want to do this? Top to bottom? Want to do it this way this time? Yeah, let's do it this way. On Tuesday, I went with a titanium Tuesday carry and picked up my Wee Beacon. The more time I spend with this knife, the more I just really love this knife a lot. It is a very thin EDC, very friendly carry, doesn't occupy a lot of pocket space, and really great access to the lock bar, and it's starting to get smoother and smoother as I break in past the coating. The fuller works very good, very consistent, as long as you're not gorilla gripping anything and you're just giving it like a little bit of tension or a little bit of pressure to release it, like with the reverse flick, works really, really well. I do still sometimes struggle with the thumb flick because I do want to grip it so tight that I'm starting to put pressure on the lock bar. But if you can find the right spot and just give it a little bit of tension, you can thumb flick it. But I find that it's just a little bit easier if I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to move this right on up here because I don't want to intentionally mark up the knives. As I was saying, I think if I was going to deploy it with the thumb hole, I would probably just go ahead and use the flipper tab. The steel, the 20 CV with the edge that the factory put on it from Wee is really good. It goes right through the material. The stone wash on here, I like that. It doesn't do anything from a texture perspective, but I just love the worn look, the way it's kind of pelted down on all the finishes and kind of mask when you use it. I don't know if that's use or if that's my fingers from flicking it. Probably my fingers. You can see a little bit over here, I think. towards the edge where I've used it to open some packages. One thing that's interesting to note, I really like the micro milling here. I kind of would like to see we do that all throughout one of their titanium frame locks, or even if they try to do a liner lock with a full titanium body and do that micro milling, I think it would go over like gangbangers. It's not super aggressive. It's very comfortable. Speaking of comfortable, ergos on this are really nice. I have very large hands and it just fits in my hand really well. I like it a lot. The geometry on here is really good. Did I just catch my finger? No, thank goodness. It felt a little weird when I went across it. Really nice geometry, really good action. I don't love the way the pocket clip pokes into my hand when I'm holding it here, but it's not super duper hot. It's just noticeable. It feels like when you get not a really sharp rock in your shoe, you can kind of feel it moving around. It's not poking you, but it's not comfortable. It's just, you can tell it doesn't belong there. Hopefully they'll listen to some feedback, because I've heard others say this as well when reviewing, and maybe they'll make some changes, because it seems like they're very receptive to it. And we, Civivi, Syncut, seem to want to give their fan base or consumer base exactly what it is that they want. Wednesday, went with a Wharncliffe carry for Wharncliffe Wednesday, and I was really excited to get this one back in the pocket. Still one of my favorite modded knives, and that's saying something, because I really like the stonewash and forced patina that I put on that KIZER Sheepdog. Wednesday, I had my SPYDERCO smock. Love the way that this one turned out. This is the Blade HQ exclusive. It does have the coated M4 blade steel. It had the JG10 on there, which looked fine, but I think I went in so hard on the jade that I burnt myself out really fast, really fast. So I have one JG10 knife left in my inventory, one. These scales are made by Carbodize over on Instagram. They are fat carbon, and he calls them the jungleware. Now, I have seen jungleware that has the yellow in it, and I think that's kind of ugly. It turns me off a little bit, but his jungleware, whatever the true name of this is, looks fantastic. I think it looks really good against the black coated blade, and I did go ahead and throw on a Lynch Northwest deep carry pocket clip, because he offered it anodized in green, and I love the way that this really bright green just pops off the scale, and it does kind of accent the slightly bright greens that are in that jungleware. I also have a set of skiff bearings in here that had the ceramic balls, because it had steel ball bearings from the factory in there. I like ceramic a little bit better, less prone to corrosion. It is more resistant to moisture, and I just feel more confident with the full caged ceramic. I will say, unlike some of the Chinese knives that have hollowed caged ceramic bearings, this did have a fully caged steel bearing in it. So I was impressed to see that when I disassembled that to install those. So really nice. I do have the secondary detent ball in there. I don't need it to be guillotine fall shut. It is plenty smooth. I'd rather have the extra detent there, because it provides for a more satisfying flick, both thumb, reverse, and from using the flipper tab. So really like this one, and that's what was in my pocket on Wednesday. Oh wait, before I forget, the ergonomics, a little weird on this one. It took me a while to get used to it, but now I actually quite enjoy it. I use it primarily with the middle finger here in the thumb hole cutout, and I find that regardless of what position that I'm in, it makes it the most comfortable. It does leave a little bit out here, but that length has to be there to accommodate the blade and the way this entire knife is designed. As you can see here, when you go to close it, the length is there to accommodate the length of the blade so that you have no poke through. That choil is there to accommodate the button that goes into the compression lock. So that's why it's shaped like that. It really doesn't bother me. I quite like it. I love the hollow grind on this. I have this and the Yojimbo 2 that are hollow grinds from SPYDERCO, and they do such an amazing job. That is what was in my pocket on Wednesday. And you know what? I am just going to show off that pocket clip, and you're not going to be able to see it because it's too far away, but you can sort of see that stone wash on the modded Sheepdog up there. All right, there we go. Does that look right? Yeah, that looks right. Okay, Thursday. I actually went with a titanium Thursday, even though I did a titanium Tuesday. But I was really excited to do this one because I recently just revealed the unboxing or the review, I'm not 100% sure, of the Damned Designed Hades. Again, really enjoying this one. It is a smaller variant, and far as I know, I think this is the only one in their current lineup that has the thumb hole flipper tab combination, which I think has gone off like gangbangers because I see that it sells out quite frequently, but they do restock. At least the one time that I checked, it did restock. This here has a drop clip. I'm not quite sure which one it is. I like it because from a utility perspective, I don't have to get up as high in order to get into a utility cut position. It drops down and points back up, but it's still within reason of being able to do utility cuts on it. You can get really high up with this pinch grip. I do like that a lot. The ergos, the styling is really nice, and I know they did this cutout here to accommodate the thumb hole and to be able to get to it, and they chamfered down, which is really nice to get to it. This is one of the few thumb holes like the Sheepdog that work really well with the thumb deployment and the reverse deployment, and you got the flick, like the lower flick that you can do, and all of them work really well. I like the flipper tab a lot, but I have found like the push button is actually a little uncomfortable because it's such a heavy detent. I find that I actually prefer to do the flip from the top like a light switch, but it does have the jimping going all the way around, and it's done well, and it's very grippy. I like the little bit of aesthetics that they did here in the pivot to kind of make it a little bit different. Very minimal branding with the horns there. 14C28N is labeled tight into the blade, so very, very minimal branding, and just a very subdued and very clean line looking knife, and the ergos are really, really good. Now this one is a little bit heavier. I think it was just a little bit over the 5-ounce mark, but honestly, in pocket even today, I put it in the pocket a little while ago just when I was messing around with them, trying to remember what I carried for the week from my list. It carries really nice in the pocket, and I have like my khaki shorts. I don't have cargo shorts, just regular khaki shorts, and it carries really nice. Access to the liner lock is really good on this one, so I am just really enjoying it. I've had it a couple weeks now and really like it. Very nice edge. It is medium geometry, so it does go through the material as well, but that tip really works well. I've done some labels with this and really like it a lot. That's what was in my pocket on Thursday. Let's go ahead and get to today's carry, and I can already tell, guys, I am running out of room. I don't think I've done it quite like this before at like the ladder, climbing the ladder. But let's go ahead and get into what is in today's pocket, which this video released Friday, introducing it new to me in my inventory, and that is going to be the VERO AXON. This one here has M390 with the sheep's foot design on it. I always mix that up. Hold on. This is the Warncliffe, right? No, this is the Warncliffe. This is the sheep's foot. I don't know. I get myself really confused. It has the in-cut carbon fiber. Still undecided on if I want to install the micarta scales. I just think I like the clean look of this, and I think it's really neat that it's in-cut carbon fiber, so it's kind of blocky. It feels really good in hand. I like micarta, but I think I have enough micarta knives that I want to kind of keep the in-cut carbon fiber. I like the way that it feels. I like the fact that it has really good strength, so I don't feel like there'll be any flex in the knife. I did go ahead. Ooh, that dropped. I went ahead and installed skiffs in here when I took it apart and cleaned it, which you should have been able to see in the video I did on Friday. Like, I got it in, took it apart, cleaned it, skiffed it, and I did all that so you guys could enjoy all that in one video. And I'll be doing a review on this after I carry it for a little while. Just really like it. This is probably the third time that I've carried it. Good choke up. It has a nice flat spot here, so you can get really close up to the blade's edge for push cuts. or if you're trying to do something out on the tip, and then again you can move up really far if you're trying to do some detailed work where it doesn't require a lot of strength and your hand's not going to move very easily. I like the side to side grind. The thumb hole works really well. It has a sharp enough edge to where it catches the meat and you don't have to work on it too hard. Every once in a while I will miss the thumb front flipper with the thumb. I'll go up too high, so I kind of wish they would have taken, and they may have on newer models, but I kind of wish they would have, and you can see the skiffs down in there. I wish they'd have taken the jimping around, because I think I could probably even save the deployment if I were able to kind of catch it, but up here it's just super slick. You actually have to come down and start up and come around on it, and I think that also makes it a little challenging because I feel like it's really slow. I have to be more deliberate for the little trick rolls and things of that nature, but the action's really good. I like the size and the weight of this one, so I was really happy I was able to finally get one, even though I had to go to the secondary market and probably overpaid for a used version. But I am all signed up on his Instagram, and I am paying attention because I'd like to get a Synapse and a line lock version of it, so I'm just paying attention, watching. I think he said sometime around summer. That's my carry for this week, guys. Let me know what you have in your pockets today down in the comments down below, what your favorite carry's been recently, or what you're looking forward to that's coming out. There's a couple of things that seem really interesting, and I will probably be doing something where I talk about knives that are going to be coming to get it on your radar. There's something really exciting, believe it or not, coming from Kershaw, and another button lock from Civivi, but more to come on that. So make sure you leave a like for me today. I would appreciate that so much. That you turn your notifications on so you get alerts when future videos drop, and I'm going to be talking about those items that are coming. And thanks for all of you out there that are already subscribed. You are the best. I wouldn't be able to do this channel without you and your support and your feedback, so thank you sincerely. I hope all of you have a fantastic week. Until next time, peace.